So that's a wrap for week one in the NFL. Pretty solid opening week. Of course, last night we saw the Bears choke away that game against the Vikings. I really don't even know what happened there. Started off solid for Chicago. Caleb and that offense looked reborn. But then that second half, man, Caleb's still doing some crazy things. He's got to work on just throwing the ball away and living to play another down. Hopefully he could get that cleaned up because I still feel like this team has potential. And, you know, a lot of people can overreact after week one. I'm not going to do that. The Vikings are a very good team. They were a playoff team last year. They did a ton in free agency. So I think the Bears are still fine. It's only week one. So we'll see what happens, man. Last week for my predictions, I went 11-5. Honestly, if it wasn't for the Vikings coming back and the Bills coming back, my record would have been a lot better, but it is what it is. That's the NFL. Crazy stuff happens, and that's life too. So first up, we got the Packers hosting the Commanders on Thursday Night Football. 3.5 point favorite. I think it's a pretty fair line in my opinion. This is a pretty easy game for me. I got the Green Bay Packers at home. They looked dominant in week one. I don't know if the lines are going to be any good this year, but we'll see. Short week for the Commanders on the road, always a tough spot to be in, and they didn't look all that impressive against the Giants. I feel like they had multiple opportunities to make that game a blowout. They just didn't capitalize. Now, like I just said, short week going against a pretty good team as it appears. It's just kind of a tough spot for them to be in, and I got the Packers. Should be super entertaining game though. Great opening Thursday Night Football game for the season. Next up, we got the Rams at the Tennessee Titans. Rams are a 5.5 point favorite. I feel like that line is a bit too high. The Titans were pretty impressive in week one. Their defense looks pretty solid, and Cam Ward and that offense, sure, they didn't do a lot, but I see the potential. I really do. The only thing really working against them is their head coach, Callahan. He even admitted to not knowing what the rules were in the press conference after the game against the Broncos, and I just feel like if you don't know the NFL rule book and you're an NFL coach, I think you should be fired on the spot. And he will be eventually, but yeah. Now, I expect this game to be super tight. West Coast team traveling East Coast at the 1 o'clock window. Can be tricky. And like I said, the Titans defense is probably going to be pretty solid this year. I think it's going to be a tight game, man, but I got to go with the LA Rams. I just do here. But should be a fun one. We got a great game next. Seahawks at the Steelers. I got the Steelers at home only because of one main thing, and that is because of Sam Darnold. He didn't look all that great at all. And I know the Steelers defense got chewed up by Justin Fields, but I feel like they'll bounce back. Obviously, Mike Tomlin, great head coach. I feel like he's going to have some strong words for his defense throughout the week. I think they'll have a pretty good game against Sam Darnold at home. I think that place is going to be rocked up with Aaron Rodgers having a phenomenal game. That Steelers fan base kind of rejuvenated. So I got the Steelers at home here. Next up, we got the Bills and the Jets. Bills are 6.5 point favorite, minus 340. As they should be, the Bills will win this game, but I think it'll be entertaining. Justin Fields, Garrett Wilson, Ohio State Buckeyes are really fun to watch on the Jets. I'm curious to see how the Jets defense can handle Josh Allen. If they can put up a pretty good performance here, I think that'd be pretty impressive. Even though Aaron Rodgers tore them apart a week ago, I still believe in that Jets defense, and I still think it's a solid unit. So, might get a bit trappy. The Jets might cover, but should be a fun game for sure. Next, another division rival game, Bears at Detroit. Lions are a minus 5.5 point favorite. I feel like that's a bit too high. I feel like the Bears will probably cover. But I got the Lions at home. Should be close. Should be a fun game. Ben Johnson's return. But we still don't know if Chicago and Caleb can have a complete game just yet. And I know the Lions looked awful at home, but Dan Campbell, for some reason, guaranteed a Week 2 victory over Chicago. So I feel like that team is going to be fired up and extra pissed off with how they played a week ago. And it's their home opener. So I got the Lions at home, but a lot of unknowns here still for sure. Next up, we got the Cowboys hosting the New York Giants. I got the Cowboys. I really thought Dable should have put in Jackson Dart in week 1. That game was very winnable for the majority of the game until they finally pulled away there at the end. I just think they got to put in Jackson Dart as soon as possible. He did say Russ is starting again, but I think this is a winnable game on the road. I think they should put him in ASAP. Yeah, I got the Cowboys at home. Next, Browns at Ravens. I got the Ravens. Even though the Browns should have won a week ago, they didn't. Joe Flacco looked good and all that, but I just got the Ravens at home, man. I think everyone does. 12.5-point favorite. Next, Niners at Saints. Apparently, Purdy is unlikely to play in this game. George Kittle is also out for multiple weeks, so their backup is Mac Jones, and I kind of want to see him play, man. I want to see Mac back in action, and it's only the Saints. You know, if it was some other high-key game, I get it, you want to push him, but it's week 2, he's already banged up, so might as well put Mac Jones in there. I got the Niners, even with Mac. Might be close with Spencer Rattler. I don't know. I just think both of these teams are kind of going to be not much this year, obviously with the Saints, but the Niners are already like cracked. The majority of their roster is already in the hospital, so I don't know. I don't really have a lot of high hopes for them. It's just kind of like a nothing burger game to me, but sure. Give me the Niners on the road with Mac Jones. Why not? Now this one's kind of interesting. Patriots at the Miami Dolphins. Miami is a 1.5-point favorite after they got blown out by Daniel Jones on the road. That's pretty crazy to me. Patriots didn't look great last week too. Patriots historically aren't good in Miami, especially in September. Tough game here, man. Complete 50-50 game. The only 50-50 game of the week so far, in my opinion. It's tough. I'm going to go with the Patriots, even though Miami should win. They should be extra pissed off, and they just own the Patriots at home. But still, I'm just going to go with the Patriots. Screw it. Last 1 o'clock game, Jaguars at Bengals. Oof, Bengals looked awful in week 1. No shocker there. They really just got super blessed with that week 1 victory because they really should be 0-1 right now. Jaguars took care of the Panthers. Panthers looked flat. Really flat, really unimpressive stuff. But I am going to go with the Bengals here. They are the favorites, as they should be at home. I don't know what to expect from this game. A lot of question marks from both sides, but give me the Bengals at home. I trust Joe Burrow a lot more than I trust Trevor Lawrence, even though Joe Burrow only passed for like 100 yards last week against the Browns. Kind of concerning, but it's only week 1, so whatever. A lot of 1 o'clock games, but now we're finally in the 4 o'clock window. Panthers at Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals at home, man. Even though they didn't look super sharp against the Saints, Panthers looked awful. Awful against the Jaguars. So give me the Cardinals. Next, Denver at Indy. Denver is a 2.5-point favorite right now. Road game for them. This is sketchy. I could totally see the Colts winning. As a Broncos fan, this game is kind of terrifying to a certain extent because, you know, Super Bowl aspirations, everyone's on Denver. But if they lose this game against the Colts on the road against Daniel Jones, I don't know what to say. I really almost want to pick the Colts here, and I think I'm going to pick the Colts. It hurts me to say, but I'm just going to go with the home team. This game's super trappy to me. I think the Colts are going to win. I think that line's going to change. Give me the Colts, unfortunately. Next up, Eagles at Kansas City, Super Bowl rematch. Eagles are a 1.5-point favorite right now. I expect that line to move up. I got the Eagles here, man. Should be a pretty easy victory. You know, obviously they killed them in the Super Bowl a year ago. Last time they played the Chiefs in Arrowhead on Monday Night Football, they also won that game. I just feel like the Chiefs roster is very depleted right now, and it showed. I mean, the Chiefs need to get some sort of wide receiver for Mahomes. He just needs help out there, man. I mean, come on. But yeah, I got the Eagles on the road. Should be an easy game in my opinion. For Sunday Night Football, we got a fun one. Falcons at Vikings. A Vikings 4.5-point favorite. I got Minnesota. Should be a very entertaining game, though. I love Michael Penix. JJ put on a show last night, so should be a good one. What a treat. I got the Vikings at home. Monday Night Football doubleheader. First up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Houston Texans. Give me Tampa Bay on the road, man. I don't care. Houston, I don't know what they were doing last week. I know they were playing a solid team, but I just feel like they blundered that game massively. Give me Tampa Bay. Last game of the week, Chargers, Raiders. Chargers on the road, 3.5-point favorite. Give me the Chargers, man. Let me know if you agree with my predictions or was I way off baseline in your opinion. And let me know what game you're most excited for this week. Curious to hear it. If you made it this far, please subscribe, like the vid, it'd help out your boy a ton. That's all I got for right now. Peace.